everybody, so tonight we are just making up our next meal from our Simply Cook box, and tonight we're doing Churrasco Chicken, which is peri peri, meaning pepper pepper in Swahili, refers to the hot chilies used in the famous marinade which originated in Portugal and is prevalent across African countries like Mozambique and Namibia. Our saffron and sweet corn aioli, based on the American succotash side dish, popular in the 1930s, acts as a cool and creamy side dish, cutting through the spice of the glazed chicken. So it is a kind of peri peri chicken, which is good for us. So the items we need, we've got our 3 little pots from the Simply Cook box, which is peri peri glaze, spicy wedge mix and saffron seasoning. We need some chicken breast, which I've got 4 large chicken breasts there. I may cut them into slightly smaller pieces. We need an onion. We need some potatoes, and I'm going with a combination of normal potatoes and the last of the sweet potatoes, because I actually think sweet potatoes would be nice with this. We need a little bit of olive oil, some mayonnaise and some sweet corn. So that's all that's needed for the meal, so that seems quite simple. The first thing we need to do, we've got the oven heating up already. We're going to just parboil the potatoes for about 5 minutes. And then we're also going to put the glaze over the chicken in a baking tray, so that has a chance to just soak in before we get it in the oven. So it's not really marinating it for a long time, it's just giving it a coating to just absorb some of the flavours. So I'll get that all going, and then I will come back and show you how far we've got. Okay, so I've got the chicken there ready to go. So this did say it was a peri peri glaze, but it's actually more of a rub, so it's a dry, powdery mix of seasonings. You don't add any oil or anything as well, so I've just sprayed some fry light on the baking pan. I cut the chicken breasts into halves, and one I cut into 3 because they were quite large, but there was definitely enough seasoning mix there to, you could have coated, you know, with a light coating, another chicken breast at least, so again, could be expanded on. And then I had a bit of a change of heart. The noise in the background is I've got the active fryer going with some regular seasoned wedges, just wedges of potato with some of the seasonal that we use and a little bit of oil. And those are for Caleb, and Tony will have some of those as well. And then because I'm slightly obsessed with sweet potatoes again at the moment, I've used the wedge mix from the Simply Cook box and used it to season up some sweet potato wedges with a little bit of olive oil. And so those are going in the oven. So I've got the oven heated to 180 fan. I'm going to put both of these in. Now they're saying 20 minutes. I actually think those big pieces of chicken may take slightly longer than that. So I'm just going to keep an eye on it all as it cooks. It will probably be more like around half an hour, I would think, at the temperature I've got the oven at. And in the meantime, I'm going to make up the sweet corn side dish, a sweet corn aioli, and I will show you that once I've got that mixed together. Okay, so this is the 3rd element of the dish, and this is really simple. Just a chopped onion or sliced onion. I've left it in slices so that Caleb can see it. And just cooked that in a pan with a little bit of oil. Then I've poured in a drained can of sweet corn and cooked that for another couple of minutes. And then I used the 3rd seasoning pack, which is a saffron spice mix, and it's kind of a powdery mix. Now their serving suggestion is that you take the corn and the onions out of the pan, you stir through some mayonnaise with the spice mix, but I don't think Tony would eat it with the mayonnaise in it, so I'm going to do it without the mayonnaise. The spice mix, the saffron mix, just adds a nice pop, brings that yellow colour right out, and it adds a bit of seasoning to it. But I might put a little bit of mayonnaise on mine when I serve it. So again, you can vary this up to, you know, if it's not quite something that your family would want, you can find ways to work around it and come up with something that would be ideal for your family. Make the portions bigger if you've got more mouths to feed. Somebody had mentioned that on the first video that we did. But yeah, so everything's now underway, cooking. I'm right next to the active fryer, hence the noise in there. We've got you can't really see, it's all steamed up, but the regular potato wedges are in there with some seasonal. But everything is cooking, so now I just need to wait for it to all be ready. Hi everybody, so half an hour later, and there is the finished chicken. Tony has just, as he cut this one open to check they were cooked through, he sort of touched the spice and licked his finger. He said this one is quite spicy, so we'll see how Caleb gets on with it. But there are my potato wedges, or sweet potato wedges. The regular potato wedges are just about done in the active fryer here. And then we've got the saffron seasoned corn and onions there to go with it. So I'll probably put a bit of salad on the side of this. As I say, I will put a little blob of mayonnaise on my corn just to get that proper flavour effect for that. But yeah, this one really simple to do. Didn't take much prep, about half an hour of cooking time. So another speedy dish. Looks like it's got a lot of flavour. So looking forward to trying this.